Hello everyone! In this presentation I will talk about speed up, scalability, and communication in parallel systems. Those concepts are very important in parallel computing because they help us understand how efficiently multiple processors can improve the performance of a program. Throughout this presentation, we will see how performance is measured, how systems scale when more processors are added, and how communication between processors can affect performance. So, one of the most important concepts in parallel computing is speedup. So, speedup measures the performance gain obtained when a program runs on multiple processors instead of a single processor. So, it compares the execution time of the best sequential algorithm with the execution time of the parallel version. This metric helps us understand how much faster a program runs when parallelism is used. So let's see to this simple example of how speedup is calculated. So speedup is given by the formula TS divided by TP, where TS is the execution time using a single processor and TP is the execution time using multiple processors. So in this example, the sequential execution time is 60 seconds and the parallel execution time is 40 seconds. So we divided 60 by 40. This gives us a speedup of 1.5. This means the parallel program runs 1.5 times faster than the sequential version. So when analyzing speedup, we often compare ideal speedup and real speedup. Ideal speedup happens when the performance improvement is perfectly proportional to the number of processors. For example, if we use 4 processors, the program would run 4 times faster. This situation assumes perfect workload division and no communication or overhead, that I will explain in the next slides. However, in real systems, this rarely happens. So real speedup is usually lower than ideal speedup because some parts of the program must still run sequentially. And there are additional costs such as communication between processes and the system overhead. For example, if a sequential program takes 100 seconds, the ideal time using 4 processors would be 25 seconds. But in reality, might take 40 seconds, resulting in a speedup of 2.5 instead of 4. So, another fundamental concept in parallel computing is scalability. Scalability refers to the ability of a system or algorithm to maintain or improve performance when the number of processors or the problem size increases. So, a scalable system can efficiently use additional computational resources. For example, imagine a program takes 100 seconds using one processor. But if we increase the number of processors with 2 processors, the time becomes 50 seconds. With 4 processors, the time becomes 25 seconds. So this shows good scalability because the execution time decreases significantly as we add more processors. Now, there are 2 main ways to evaluate scalability. So we have strong scalability and weak scalability. Strong scalability occurs when the problem size remains the same, but we increase the number of processors. In this case, we expect the execution time to decrease as more processors are added. For example, one processor, 100 seconds, 2 processors, 50 seconds, 4 processors, 25 seconds. Weak scalability works differently. In weak scalability, the problem size increases together with the number of processors. For example, if I have 1 processor and 100 tasks with 100 seconds, I will have two processors with 200 tasks, so I have more tasks to do with the same time. And 4 processors, 400 tasks, and 100 seconds. Now we have the communication overhead. So in parallel systems, processors often need to exchange information with each other. The extra time required for this data exchange is called communication overhead. This includes the time needed to send data, receive information, and synchronize tasks between processors. Continuing the previous example, we have one processor with 100 seconds and 4 processors with communication with 40 seconds instead of 25, because the processor needs to communicate frequently. So the execution time might become 40 seconds instead of 25. This happens because part of the execution time is spent transferring data and coordinating tasks between processors. Now, let's see the impact of communication on performance. Communication can have a significant impact on the performance of parallel applications. So when a problem is divided among processors, they may need to exchange immediate results and synchronize their work. So in the ideal scenario, one processor, 100 seconds, 4 processors, 25 seconds, but when communication is required, 4 processors may take about 40 seconds. Even though the program is still faster than the sequential version, communication reduces the overall speedup. For this reason, efficient parallel algorithms try to minimize communication and maximize computation. In conclusion, parallel computing allows programs to run faster by using multiple processors, as I am saying in all of the videos, and concepts such as speedup and scalability help us evaluate how efficiently parallel systems improve performance. However, real systems rarely achieve ideal performance due to factors as sequential parts of programs, communication overhead, synchronization between processors. Therefore, designing efficient parallel algorithms requires balancing computation and communication to fully benefit from parallelism. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.